Today we will learn about sequence. Sequence is collection of terms. Collection of terms. Collection of terms that are bounded by some definite pattern. Some definite pattern. It means we have some definite pattern or rules from which a collection is bounded. For example, if we consider here 2, 4, 6, 8, then we observe that this is the sequence where 2 is the difference. Again, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. This is the square of natural number. This is also a sequence. Next is 3 cube minus 1, 3 cube minus 2, 3 cube minus 3. This is also a sequence. It means sequence is collection of terms that are bounded by some definite pattern. This is known as sequence. Now we will study about the types of sequence in our next class, that is class +1. Sequence, types of sequence. Types of sequence. We will study first type, that is arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. In short form, it is written as AP. Second is geometrical progression. Second is geometrical progression. In short, it is written as GP. Third is harmonic progression. Third is harmonic progression. Third is harmonic progression. In short, it is written as HP. It is written as HP. For arithmetic progression, first of all, we will study about arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. It is a sequence. Arithmetic progression, or you can say AP. It is a sequence. It is a sequence. It is a sequence where first term is fixed and next terms can be obtained by adding some fixed term. That fixed term is known as common difference of AP. That fixed term is known as common difference of arithmetic progression. In general, the AP can be written down in general form, or you can say in standard form. In general form or in standard form, the AP can be written down as A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. In this way, we can observe that here A is the first term of AP. Here A is the first term of the AP. And as we are observing, here small d is adding to previous term to obtain the next term. Here if we add small d to the previous term, we would got A plus D. If we add d to the A plus D, we would got A plus 2d. If again we add common difference to A plus 2d, we would got A plus 3d. In this way, we would observe that the small d is adding each of the term, which is known as common difference. Here small d is common difference of AP. Small d is common difference of AP. Common difference of AP. You can say the common difference is any term to its difference of any term to its preceding term. If you observe nth term to its preceding term, or you can say second term minus first term, or third term minus second term, or fourth term to third term. In this way, you can take the difference and obtain the common difference of the AP. So you can say difference of any term to its preceding term would be known as common difference of the AP. Difference of any term, common difference of AP. Common difference of AP. It is the difference of any term. Difference of any term to its preceding term. To its preceding term. Difference of any term to its preceding term is known as common difference of the AP. Now, general term of AP. Now, general term of AP. General term of AP. General term of AP. First term is A1. Second is A1 plus B. Third is A1 plus 2D. A1 plus 3D. In this way, we would observe that the nth term can be obtained A1 plus n minus 1 into D, or you can say A plus n minus 1 D. It is your first term, second term, third term, fourth term. It is your nth term. This is the nth term of the AP. This is your nth term. That will be known as general term. Nth term is also known as general term. It is the nth term of AP, and this nth term is also known as general term of the AP, and it can be obtained as A plus n minus 1 into T. Here A is the first given term of the AP, and D is the common difference of the AP. D is the common difference of the AP, and n is the number of given terms. Number of given terms, or the number term to which we have to find out. It is the nth term. This is nth term or general term. Nth term or general term. Nth term or general term of AP. General term of AP. It means we observe that here first term is 6, like 4. Next term can be obtained by adding some fixed term. Consider here common difference is 6. If A equal to 4 and D equal to 6, then we would observe the AP as 4, 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, 16 plus 6, 22. In this way, we can obtain an AP by using the formula A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. This is the general term, and from which we can find out the nth term or 10th term or 5th term or 4th term. If we have nth term equal to A plus 5D, if nth term equal to A plus 5D, and we have A equal to 2, D equal to 5, then 7th term, of AP, then 7th term of AP must be equal to, that is A7, A plus 60. Here value of A is 2 plus 6, value of D is 5, that is 2 plus 30, value comes out to be 32. Then 7th term must be equal to 32. Okay. Next, series. When collection of terms are separated by collection of terms are separated by sign of plus or minus, sign of plus or minus instead of comma, instead of comma sign. Then given sequence would be a series. For example, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, this is a series. 2, 4, 6, 8, this is a sequence. Okay. Next is properties of an AP. First property, if number of given terms are in AP, consider if ABC are in AP, if number of terms are given to be in AP, then on adding, first part, on adding same term to each ABC new sequence would also be an AP. That is if three terms are AP, if three or more terms are in AP, then if we add, subtract, multiply or divide by a non-zero number, the resulting new sequence will always be an AP. It means if we have three number, that is ABC, if we add 2 on each, A plus B, A plus 2, B plus 2, C plus 2, it is also an AP. If this is an AP, then it is also an AP. If we multiply each term by 2, that is 2A, 2B, 2C, also an AP. Divided by 2, A by 2, B by 2, C by 2, also an AP. And subtracted by 2, A minus 2, B minus 2, C minus 2, also an AP. It means whenever the 3 given numbers or 4 given number of the given terms are in AP, if we subtract, add, multiply or divide by a non-zero number, then the resulting new sequence will always be an AP. Okay. This is the property of arithmetic progression. Whenever we have given some numbers which are in AP, then we can say if same term add, subtract, multiply or divide the given number, the resulting new sequence would always be in AP. Consider if B plus C, C plus A plus B are in AP, then subtract A plus B plus C from each term, we we get b plus c minus a plus b plus c plus a minus a plus b plus c, a plus b minus a plus b plus c. We would got the result as b plus c must be cancelled out with b plus c plus a must be cancelled out with c plus a plus b must be cancelled out with a plus b. The result comes out to be minus a minus b minus c are in AP, or you can say a b c are in AP. That is, we observe that when three terms are in AP, then we can subtract, add, multiply, divide by the same quantity. The resulting new sequence would always be in AP. In case of the division, you have to always remember that the number must not be divided by 0, because something upon 0 means not defined term. Okay, next concept. If A, B, C are in AP, if A, B, C are in AP, then as we know, common difference must be equal. That is, B minus A must be equal to C minus B. You can say B plus B equal to C plus A. That is 2B equal to A plus C, and value of B comes out to be A plus C upon 2. So you can say B means middle term. You can say middle term of the given three terms. Middle term must be equal to A plus C by 2 means arithmetic mean of other two terms. Arithmetic mean or average or mean, you can say AM of other two terms. It means if we have given three numbers in AP, then double of the middle term equal to sum of other two, or you can say middle term must be arithmetic mean of other two terms. Okay, next, number of terms in AP. Number of terms in AP. For odd number of terms. For odd number of terms. For odd number of terms in AP. For odd number of terms, that is 3 number, 5 number, 7 number. For odd number of terms, that is 3, 5, 7. There is only one middle term. Only one middle term. Only one middle term. That is A. And common difference here, common difference of 1D is considered. Common difference of 1D is considered. So, three terms of AP. So, three terms of AP must be written as A. Middle term is A. Common difference is 1D. So, previous term A minus D and its next term A plus D. You can say 5 terms of AP, that is odd number of terms in AP, can be write down as A minus D, A minus 2D, here A plus D and A plus 2D. In this way, we can find out the 7 term, 9 term, etc. Now, for even number of terms in AP, for even number of terms, these are the odd number of terms in AP. Now, for even number of terms, now for even number of terms, even number of terms in an AP, consider 4 terms of AP, 4 terms, 6 terms, 8 terms, etc. etc. Here 2 middle terms. Here we have 2 middle terms. 2 middle terms. 2 middle terms. Which are they? Which are A minus D and A plus D. Here common difference of 2D is considered. Here common difference of 2D is considered. So for 4 terms in AP, what is given? So 4 terms in AP must be A minus D, A plus D, here A minus 3D, A plus 3D. These are the 4 terms of AP. Next, 6 terms of AP. 6 terms of AP can be write down as A minus D, A plus D. These are the middle term. Common difference is of 2D is considered A minus 3D, A plus 3D. Now A minus 5D, here A plus 5D. In this way, we can find out the odd number terms and even number terms in an AP. Now, sum of n terms of AP. Sum of n terms of an AP. Consider the AP A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. In this way, the nth term can be written down A plus n minus 1 into D. In the same way, this is the sum of n term. S means sum of n term. Again, we write down as in opposite way A plus 2D, A plus D, sorry. And in the same way, A plus n minus 1 into D plus, if we add them, adding 1 and 2, adding 1 and 2, we would got sum of n term plus sum of n term. Why sum of n term? Here A plus A, that is 2A, plus n minus 1D. These are to be added. 2A plus n minus 1D. Similarly, next term always 2A plus n minus 1D. Similarly, you can say here last term is also 2A plus n minus 1D. In this way, we can say this 2A plus n minus 1D, this 2A plus n minus 1D is added to n times. If some term is added to n times, then we can say that is 2 plus 2 plus 2. If this is up to 5 times, then we can write down this sum as 2 into 5, that is 10. If we can write down 4 plus 4 plus 4 up to 10 times, then it can be write down as 4 into 10. So if this is write down up to 10 times, then we can say this can be write down n times 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Now you can say the sum of n term can be write down as n upon 2, and this is 2A plus n minus 1 into D. In this way, we can say the sum of n term of the AP can be found out by using the formula n upon 2A plus n minus 1D. You can write down S for Sn. You can write down it as S for Sn. That is sum of n term n by 2, 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Here n is the number of given term, A is the first term, n is the number of term, D is the common difference of the given AP. So whenever we have given a number term which is to be added, then by using arithmetic progression or geometrical progression or whichever the sequence is given to us, we can add them. Okay. Now for the AP, we consider an sum where we have to find out the sum of the n terms of the AP. Consider we have 101 plus 103 plus 105. In this way, we have 170, we have 205. We have to check whether 205 is a term of the sequence or not. Is a term of sequence or not. So its solution is, so if 205 is a term of the sequence, then we consider it as n. 205 is a term of the sequence, then consider it as nth term of the sequence, which is given to be 205. An means a plus n minus 1 into d, which is given to us 205. Here value of a is 101 and value of d, which is common difference, 103 minus 101, comes out with the result as 2. So we have value of a 101, value of n we have to find out, value of d is 2 equal to 205. Here n minus 1 into 2 is 205. Here transposition of 101, 205 minus 101. We will got the result with 5 minus 1 4, 0, 2 minus 1 1. So n minus 1 into 2 equal to 104, that is 52. N minus 1 equal to 52. Value of n equal to 53. So we can say the 205 will be 53rd term of the AP. That is, number term is in complete form. So we can say 205 will be the term of the sequence. Now next question, if we have to find out the sum, if we have to say that you have to find out the sum of the sequence, then as you already find out the number term 53, so we can use them in the formula for sum of n term of the AP, which is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here value of n is 53, so we got the result in the form of 53 upon 2. Here sum of 53 terms of the AP, 2a, value of a is given to us 101, value of n is 53, 53 minus 1 is 52, and value of d is given to us 2. So we comes out the result as 101 into 2, that is 202, plus 104, and 202 plus 104, that is 306. 53 upon 2 into 306. 2 ones are 2, 153. 153 into 53. 3 3 are 9, 3 5 are 15, 3 1 are 3 1 4, 5 3 are 15, 5 5 are 25 and 26, 2 5 are 5 to 7, 9 5 5 10, 6 4 10 1 11, 8 1 0 9. The value comes out to be 8109. This is our required result. Okay, if we have to find out the sum of n term y, then we can do the calculations as we did earlier. Okay, next. If we have to given the nth term, that is 5n plus 2. If nth term is given as 5n plus 2, and we have to say the find out, then if let n equal to this, then find out first three terms of the sequence. First three terms of given sequence. Okay. Put the value. Its solution is put the value of n equal to 1, 2 and 3. In this way we will got the result A1, that is first term of the AP, which is equal to, just put the value of n equal to 1 first, then 2, then 3. You will got the result. Value of n is 1. 5 1 5, 5 plus 2 7. So first one is equal to 7. If value of n equal to 2, here n equal to 1, here n equal to 2, a2, 5 into 2 plus 2, 10 plus 2, 12. Next, value of n equal to 3, a3, 5 into 3 plus 2, 5 3 are 15 plus 2, 17. So we have the sequence 7, 12, 17. Here we observe that common difference 7 plus 5 12, 12 plus 5 17, common difference is 5. Here common difference of the sequence is same, so we can say the given sequence is an arithmetic progression. Next is question is find the AP. Find the AP whose seventh term. find the AP whose 7th term and 13th term. 7th term and 13th terms are respectively 34 and 64. 34 and 64. Okay, if we have given but 7th term as 34, 7th term as 34 and 13th term means a 13 which is given to be 64. 7th term means a plus 6d which is given to be 34. 13th means a plus 12d which is given to us 64. Now solve the equation 1 and 2 for getting the value of a and b. You will got the value of a and b by using any of the algebraic method. We are applying elimination method. Here both are equal, so if we subtract them, we will cut down the value of a and we got the result in the form of d. 16 minus 12d, that is minus 6d. Here 34 minus 64 minus 30 minus 6 5 is 30. Here value of d comes out to be 5. If we put the value of d in any of the two equations, or you can say from equation number 1, value of equation here a plus 3d, a plus 6d equal to 34. Value of d, put the value of d equal to 5. Put the value of d equal to 5. We have the value of a 34 minus 6 5 is 30. So value of a equal to 4 and value of d equal to 5. Here value of a equal to 4, value of d equal to 5. In this way we can find out the value of AP, arithmetic progression, which can be found out by using the general formula, that is a plus d, a plus 2d and so on. Here value of a is 4, value of a is 4 and value of d is 5. A is 4, d is 5 and so on. 4 plus 5 9, 4 plus 5 2s are 10, that is 4, 9 and 14. This is the required AP. Okay, our next question. So whenever we have given some term of the AP, then it can be eliminated by using any of the substitution method. If a and d is eliminated, then put the value of a and d by using the formula of the general form of AP, that is a plus d, a plus 2d and so on. Okay, our next problem is the sum of three numbers. Question is the sum of three numbers. Sum of three numbers in AP is 27. And the sum of their square sum of their squares is 293. Find the numbers. Okay, let us take a solution. We have given three numbers, which is odd. We have given odd number terms. 3 means odd. Here we have odd number term in AP. As we know, odd number terms in AP, let 3 numbers in AP. 3 numbers in AP, we a minus d and a plus d. Then according to our first condition, sum of 3 number in AP, that is a minus d plus a plus d. Sum of 3 number is 27. Is means equal to what? 27. Minus d cancel out with plus d. Value comes out to be a, that is 3a equal to 27. Then value of a comes out to be 9. Value of a is 9 here. Now our second condition, sum of their square. It means square. If we take square of each of the term and sum them, we would got the result as 293. Sum of their square, that is a minus d whole square plus a square plus a plus d whole square. Sums of their square, it means sum of square. First of all, we have to find out the square of each of the term. Then if we add them, we got the result as 293. 293. Here, value of a is 9 everywhere. So, we will got the result 9 minus d whole square plus 9 square plus 9 plus d whole square equal to 293. Okay, next is we have to solve it by using the formula a minus b whole square. Here by using a plus b whole square, we will got the result as a square plus b square minus 2ab, that is 18d, plus 9 square means 81, plus here 81 plus d square plus 2 9 ja 18d equal to 293. Now here as we observe, d square plus d square, which is comes out to be 2d square. Now minus 18d cancel out with plus 18d. Other values are 9 square, that is 81 plus 81 plus 81. It means 81 3s are 243. We have the result is 243. 2d square plus 243 equal to 293. It means value of 2d square is equal to 293 minus 243, which comes out to be 3 minus 3 is 0, 9 minus 4 is 5 and 50. 2d square equal to 50, value d square equal to 25. Here value d square comes out to be 25. That is value of d plus minus root 25. That is value of d is plus minus 5. So we can say that here the value of a is 9 and value of d is plus minus 5. So the three terms of AB, three terms of AB must be equal to a minus d and a plus d. Whenever if we take a equal to 9, consider a equal to 9 and d equal to plus 5. A equal to 9 and d equal to plus 5. 9 plus 5. So value comes out to be 4, 9, 14. And if a equal to 9 and d equal to minus 5. First we consider d equal to plus 5, then minus 5. So we can say value of a is 9, d is minus 5, that is 9 minus of minus 5, here 9 plus of minus 5. Value comes out to be 9 plus 5, 14, here 9, here 4. So the three terms of the sequence 4, 9, 14 or 14, 9, 4. This is increasing sequence, this is decreasing sequence. But all the terms give the same result, that is 4, 9 and 14. In this way, you can solve this type of the problem. Okay, let us go with our next problem. Question is, if a square, b square, c square are in AP, here a square, b square, c square are in AP, then we have to prove that 1 upon b plus c, 1 upon c plus a, 1 upon a plus b are also in AP. This is to be proved to us. Okay. As we know, if three terms are in AP, then we have to what to? If a square, b square, c square are in AP, this is given to us. It is given to us, and we have to prove this by using this property: a square, b square, c square are in AP. So, as we know, if three terms are AP, then middle term must be equal to arithmetic mean of other two, or you can say 2b square must be equal to a square plus c square. That is double of the middle term must be equal to sum of the other two terms. Okay. by using this property we can solve this. Okay, solution of this term, 1 by, we have to prove 1 by b plus c, 1 by c plus a, 1 by a plus b are in AP. If we can prove the result of 2b square equal to a square plus c square from this, then we can do so. So as we know, if this will be in AP, then common difference must be equal. If this three terms will be in AP, then common difference must be equal. So we can say 1 by c plus a minus 1 by b plus c equal to 1 by a plus b. If minus 1 by c plus a, that is we observe here common difference of the sequence, we will take only common difference. We are taking only common difference, that is second term minus first term. If this will be in AP, then common difference must be equal. We are observing it. Second term minus first term must be equal to third term minus second term. Okay. Now this is the fraction. So we have to take their LCM on both the side. Here LCM of c plus a and b plus c. These are two different terms. So their multiplication would be their LCM, c plus a into b plus c. If you divide c plus a into b plus c by using c plus a, you would got the result in the form of b plus c minus, if this is divided by b plus c, then you would have c plus a multiplied with 1, that is c plus a only. Here LCM of a plus b and c plus a is a plus b into c plus a. Divided this term by a plus b, you can obtain c plus a into 1, that is c plus a only, minus, if this is divided by c plus a, then c plus a cancel out this term, you will got the result in the form of a plus b only. A plus b multiplied with 1, we got the result a plus b. Now this a plus a is cancelled out with c plus a, and after this we have b minus a upon b plus c. Here a cancelled out with a, and c minus b upon a plus b, multiplying both sides. Here b plus a into b minus a, which is equal to b square minus a square. B plus a into b minus a, multiply these two terms, we got the result b plus a into b minus a, that is b square minus a square. Now c minus b into c plus b, c minus b into c plus b, that is c square minus b square, c square minus b square. Here b square and it is also b square, so b square plus b square equal to a square plus c square, that is 2b square equal to a square plus c square. This is our required result. This is our required result, which is to be proved by us. Which is, if a square, b square, and c square are in AP, then we must have 2b square equal to a square plus c square. Here also we got the same result. If this is in AP, then we would got the same result, 2b square equal to a square plus c square. That is, whenever this is in AP, then this would also be in AP. Why? Because these two terms got the same result. Next is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. If ABC are in AP, if A, B, C are in AP, then B is the AM between A and B. Then B is the AM between A and B. Okay. Now, for example, find 4 AM between 20 and 36. 4 AM between 20 and 36. Okay, between 20 and 36. We have to find out 4 AM. Consider this is first AM, second AM, third AM, fourth AM. If we have to find out the AM, then these terms must be in AP, because AM is always considered in case of AB only. AM is considered in case of AB only. So if we have to find out, AM means arithmetic mean. AM means arithmetic mean. If we have to find out the arithmetic mean between the given any of the two number, then these must be in AP. So if this is in AP, then value of A is 20 here. Now this is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, sixth term. It is the sixth term of the AP. Sixth term means sixth term, value of sixth term is 36. Sixth term means A plus 5D equal to 36. Here value of A is given to be 20. So 20 plus 5D equal to 36. So value of 5D equal to 36 minus 20. 36 minus 20. Here 5D equal to 36 minus 20, that is 16. Value of D comes out to be 16 upon 5. Here value of D is 16 upon 5 and value of A is 20. In this way we can find out the value of first AM, second AM, third AM, fourth AM. In what way? Here the first AM, it is the first arithmetic mean, which is the second term of the AP. This first AM would be the second term of the AP. It is the second term of the AP, and second term of AP can be find out by using the formula A plus 1D. Here value of A is 20 and value of D is 16 upon 5. So we come out with 20 plus 16 upon 5. 5 3s are 15, 1 5 2s are 10. That is 23.2. Now our second AM, that is A2. Second AM A2 is this A2 is our 1 2 3, that is third term of the AP. This is the third term of the AP. Third term of AP. And third term of AP can be found by using the formula A plus 2D. Here value of A is 20 plus D. Here value of D is 16 upon 5. Now again we have the result 20 plus this is 32 upon 5. 20 plus 5 6 are 30. 2 5 4 are 20.